Welcome back everyone to Just Minecraft, where today we're going to be doing some stuff which is a little bit illegal. Don't worry, it's nothing major, it's just breaking and entering and vandalism and maybe stalking, you know, some minor charges, nothing that bad. And also, as a quick note, as you can see by my hotbar and also just the fact that, like, there's fog here, the server is now in 1.21.7. Yeah, that's right, we just skipped over 1.21.6 because there was apparently a massive game-breaking bug. So that does actually mean we're going to be able to do some stuff with the happy ghasts soon. But anyway, on to what we're doing today. As I said, we're going to be doing something a little bit, you know, morally questionable. Because on the server, I have become a little bit of a businessman recently and everything. Oh, the door's oxidized. And you know, we've been getting these villagers and stuff, and also, of course, we're selling the honey that's being made upstairs. But you know, I'm tired of being a businessman on my own. I want a partner. And instead of doing the totally reasonable thing of, you know, just asking, we're gonna break into someone's house. Now, the thing is, in order for me to actually go and break into this person's house, we're gonna need some slime, which means we're gonna get up to some shady business. Psst.
Hello?
You got the stuff?
Got the balls.
You got the balls? Got the balls that I ordered?
Yes.
Can I have some of your balls?
Can I have some of your hose?
I don't want to give away my hoe.
Do you have a driving hoe?
No. No. That is theft. That is theft. That's illegal.
There's your 3 balls! Fine!
Well, no. No, that one's good. Please. I've got other stuff. I can
Okay, give me my balls back.
There you go. Take your balls. Okay, well, so you want a diamond hoe?
Yes, please.
Right. Do you want efficiency or unbreaking?
Unbreaking.
There you go. There's your hoe.
Thank you. Here's your balls. Come here.
Thank
You said 3, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
A very big thank you to Buzzy there for giving me these 3 slime balls and everything. Also, by the way, do you like my little shady outfit and stuff? It's got a pink cape. But right, so in order to do this, I am going to need a decent few resources. So, of course, I've got my redstone. His Yuri came by here just a little bit ago and dropped off a bunch of iron, which I have. But let's see, we're also going to need, I think, some dark oak would look nice for what we're doing. I think also some spruce could be good. Oh yeah, and also I should not forget the fact that I am also going to need some quartz as well, probably. And right, let's go find our business partner. And there's a lot of people that my business partner could be. You know, there's a lot of different contenders. Will it be Morg, the amazing friend and also very close neighbor of mine? Will it be Buzzy, a friend to everyone and yet my personal arch nemesis? Or perhaps his Yuri, someone who is very rich on the server and who we have collaborated with several times. Well, no, it's actually gonna be none of those people. It's actually gonna be Skipper. That's right, Skynapple for life, baby, let's go! Yeah, that's right, I want to partner with Skipper and stuff. Oh, you got the train out of the sky. That makes no sense if you don't watch anyone else's content. I'm not gonna tell you, go watch someone else's content. But yes, that is right. I would like to make Skipper my business partner for this, which is a bit of a strange decision, just considering the fact that this man has been robbed of a train already, and is notably quite poor, and also fails to light up his buildings, resulting in them getting blown up several times. Wait a second, why am I partnering with this guy again? But that is right, we are going to be partnering with Skipper. This is not something that, like, he has a choice in. And, you know, in order to do this, I could just be normal and, like, go and message him and be like, hey, do you wanna have a business partnership? But, no, I don't fancy doing that. I would rather go with a different method. We're gonna build a secret room in his base. And I think the perfect place is actually looking in here, right under this bench. Yeah, so I need to make a piston door here, which is going to be a little difficult because I've got to try and hide it here. But also, I can't have him notice, which also means that, like, none of this redstone can be visible or anything like that. And also, I just really need to hope that he doesn't happen to log on whilst we're doing this. Right, so let's see. First, we're going to need some pistons. Now, I did ask for 3 slime balls because I believe that is all we need. Because, yeah, it's that there, and then one here, which is also going to have the stairs on top. So, I mean, we can power that one through a block. However, these two are going to be a little more complicated because also we can't break this because this is the floor. However, of course, on this side, I believe there is a wall, so we should be able to break this. There we go. So let's see. If there's a block there with some redstone dust on top of it and everything, and then we have a trail coming across here. If that powers, does that power both? It doesn't. How do I do this? I mean, if that's a cross shape, then I think that powers both. Yeah, okay. Oh, so actually, what we could do is have a redstone torch underneath here. Because then, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's powering that. So then, of course, also, if we have a repeater here, which is getting powered, then basically our order of operations is this needs to be unpowered to pull the stairs down, and then this needs to be unpowered to pull them out of the way. The one thing is, we cannot have this unpower first, because then it just won't do anything. So if I just go and do that, nope. Oh, wait a second, because we've got a NOT gate here. Right. So if there's a redstone torch and a repeater going in there, right, so there we go. And then if we turn that off, look at that. Perfect. So we've got our redstone. Now we just need to make this look nice. That's easier said than done. Because also, what we haven't actually worked out yet is, how are we going to power this from up here? That is a good question, actually. I did not think of this. Oh, I've got an idea. Right, okay, so what if we put a button on a crafting table, which leads to a redstone line coming down here. That line connects to this redstone over here. And what that will do is it will depower this torch, but also send a signal this way through, which will also act as the depowering of these. So, when we put this together and test it with a wooden button on the crafting table, because a wooden button has a longer pulse, it works perfectly. That has functioned way better than I thought it would. And the best part about it is all of that is completely seamless. The only thing he might notice is, there is a sign now missing off of his bench. But right, so our little secret entrance is done. What are we gonna do with this, though? Well, of course, as I have mentioned, like, I want him to be my business partner and stuff, so what I plan on doing is having this room in his house, and then at some point, we can just come to him and go, hey, place a button on the crafting table, and we can get him down into a business room where we can force him to be our business partner. This plan is totally legal, so what that does mean that I need to get to work doing is basically just clearing out a little space for us to sit down here. So let's just quickly get digging. There we go. We've got this space cleared out here. Now, it's not massive, but, like, it serves its purpose. I think we can make a cute little business room design for this, which is also just a tad bit sinister. Now, on the note of building that room, something I have noticed is I haven't given myself a way out. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna make one. Just because it's kind of funny making it so that, like, Skipper comes down here, has a business meeting with me, and then we can't get out. But I think what I'm going to do for the design of this building and stuff is I tend to like doing sort of stripped dark oak as a trim on the bottom of a wall. But, like, that's a nice base at least. And then I actually think we're gonna go with normal dark oak planks as the floor, which is a little bit risky because it's, like, you know, dark with dark and everything, but, like, I might be able to make this work. The issue is I'm then not sure what I'm going to do for furniture and stuff, because also I would like the furniture to be dark and we can't get darker than this. But the question is, what do I want to do for the walls of this thing and stuff? And honestly, I feel like spruce planks, but also I feel like it needs some logs at least coming down in some places, maybe. So I don't entirely know how I'm gonna fit all of this. Plus, I like the idea of putting some paintings in the wall or something, like maybe in these spots here. I could put a painting behind me nice and central there. Likewise on this side too, although I am out of spruce wood. I'm out of everything, actually. So let's go and head back up and try and find some resources for this. Let's see. I did not bring anything useful. I don't suppose that there's some spare resources in any of these chests, right? I'm sure I can get away with using this. Skipper, you are much poorer than I thought you were. You've got nothing. Right, okay, we are back. So, first of all, I think logs coming vertically down here. Oh my gosh, am I actually gonna run out? I'm gonna run out. No, how short am I? I am short by 7 blocks. Can I just steal 7 blocks from Skipper's build? You know, like, he's got it under the floor here and stuff where it isn't visible. So can I just steal 7 bits from here? Oh, that was his door. Oh, and this was his floor. I'll just go and put that back. He won't notice. Oh, I missed some here. Oh, and I broke his door again. Okay, I think I have enough, though. So I can go and strip all of these. Please tell me it looks good. Yeah, I like the look of that. And right, I think I want to turn a lot of these into stairs, and you're going to see why. But basically, I want to use some in the floor right here. However, my actual concern is more I want to put it on the roof. And I am realizing I should have made this floor out of slabs, because that would have made it much cheaper. Oh my gosh, I am out of slabs again. Are you serious? Okay, right. Finally, the roof is done. Now, what this room is currently missing is, as I have said several times, I want to put some paintings here, but also, I want a carpet right here. And you might be thinking, Pineapple, you don't have wool for either of these things. And you would be correct. However, I requested something of his Yuri earlier, and I think she left it somewhere in this tunnel, and yep, there we go. I paid 1 diamond for this stack of wool, and yeah, she very nicely went and delivered it straight here. But essentially, like, I can do this just for the carpet as a really basic thing. However, what I tend to like to do is basically just scatter a few actual carpets on top. Just like, it makes it feel a little bit more rough, you know? And yeah, I also, of course, need 6 paintings for this. So let's see, what are we gonna get? We have got that one. Okay, I'll have that one behind me. Then that's the same thing. Oh, of course, you now get Western one as well. I keep forgetting that they've added these. Can I get like the blue underwater skull one, please? Maybe? Come on. I know it exists. Where is it? This is taking a while. There we go, finally. Gosh, that took a lot of attempts. Yep, that one's nice for that one. Oh my gosh, you really give it to me like, no, don't give it to me over and over again now. Sure, let's go with that one. That one's kind of sinister. Now, of course, I did mention earlier that I would like to go with a sort of darker material for all of the furniture and stuff. However, I'm wondering if I can actually do spruce now. And I'm not entirely sure how this is going to look, so let's see. Okay, now, I do actually kind of like the look of this. However, I have just had an idea of something that might be better. So not only am I going to swap out the back of this chair for a trapdoor, because yeah, that looks a little bit better, but also I might do the same on this one just because I don't like the door handle being there. But my other quick idea is, what if I turn this into a little bit of storage in a way? And I can put some trapdoors there, but then have some barrels going across like that. You know what? It's a bit weird, but I kind of like it. Wait, better idea, actually. Okay, this is gonna require me going into the floor, but what if I put it vertical like that? And then, oh, that looks nice. I love that. Okay, so with the room looking like this, which is a design that I am really happy with for, like, how simple it needs to be, we have just 2 things left to do. One of which is I need to go and get a book and quill, and I'll do that now before I explain the next part. But yeah, essentially, I need to make a contract for Skipper and stuff. Like, if we're gonna sign up to be business partners and everything, like, we gotta have a signed deal here. Otherwise, he could just take all of the money and leave. And that's not something he should be able to do. That should only be something I can do. But right, let's see. Okay, so I do have a bit of leather in my chest. That is good. I've also got some ink. We have some paper over here. Well, soon to be paper. And the last thing I need is a feather, which I do not have. So here we go. I can go and make a book and quill, and because we're going to need to be able to write in this, I am actually going to need to rename this before signing it. Because yeah, we just can't sign this, otherwise, like, it's not gonna work. You know, he needs to be able to write his signature in this. And annoyingly, I also can't show you what is gonna be in this contract, because it's gonna spoil what the business is. So you're gonna need to wait and see for this. But right, let's get to writing some stuff legally. There we go. I have written up a very loose contract. This will be discussed between us, like, when we actually meet for this. But it is totally fair. I can assure you it is not biased at all. I am a very fair businessman, as you can see from my very trustworthy outfit. And right, so with that done, the last thing which I need to do... Oh no, some of his floor's still missing. The last thing which I need to do is just quickly go back downstairs here. Just seal off the roof as well. And basically we can go and put the contract in there ready for him when he arrives. And all I need to go and do is put on my nice formal outfit like this. And now we wait. Just sit around and wait for him here. I'm sure he'll arrive. It's only like 1 AM for him right now. I'm sure he'll be on soon. We'll be business partners before we even know it. Just gotta wait patiently for him here.